What should you absolutely never FCK with? Polar bears are often regarded as one of the only, if not the only, animals that actively hunt humans. No. That doesn't just mean if you get close to one. Watch your back, that means even if you get away from them, they will try to smell your tracks and hunt you. This can reportedly go on for miles. Oh. And it doesn't help that they're the largest bears in the world at 11 feet tall on their hind legs. And weigh about 700 pounds on average. Not to mention they can run fast and rip you to shreds. Luckily, they're only in a select handful of areas in the world. Yep. Don't FCK with polar bears. In surgery we say, eat when you can, sleep when you can, and don't FCK with the pancreas. Edit. For explanation. The pancreas is very volatile. It is difficult to manipulate, and so it also likes to leak digestive enzymes into the abdominal cavity, leading to self-digestion and organ damage. Trains. If one rolls over your leg, you won't bleed too much. The sheer weight will just flattens the wounds and pinches off the blood vessels. Unfortunately, it also means everything is so damaged that it would be impossible to reattach. Electricity that hums. The chickens in Skyrim. Meth is a hell of a drug. Benzodiazepines. I had a small prescription for anxiety in college. That lead to buying them on the street because it's my prescription, I need them. A mother bear or mountain lion. Or a F-king hippo. Cartels or mafia. They'd love to torture someone for their intimidation videos. I read intimate videos. Was like, oh yeah, makes sense. Bad idea to steal and spread a mobster's nudes. Moose. They are mean bastards and are way bigger than most people realize. Also, if you happen to hit one with your car, you're most likely gonna die, as they are big enough you just take their legs out from under them and then they land in your lap. All 1,200 pounds of them. The springs that help raise your garage door. Those things are like a bomb going off if you do the wrong thing. The pancreas. Your best friend's SO. Wasps. That DVD VCR tape you found hidden in your parents' bedroom. The US Postal Service. You know that feeling you get when you absolutely don't trust someone but can't figure why? Well, if you're like me, don't FCK with that. The IRS. Unless you plan to or are paying them regularly. So last year, as a condition of my divorce, I got stuck with a $4,200 tax bill. The result of my ex not filing for 3 years. Yes. I was quite fortunate. Thank you. I suspect that their collections and their accounts receivable departments don't talk to each other. Since one day I could receive a letter with a newer, lowered amount on it. Then the next I could get a letter saying they were about to put a lien on my house. For 7 months. I had just been lobbing $500 700 checks at them. Until they finally went, wait. That's enough. In November I called them. And the very nice representative indicated that my debt was free and clear. Best Thanksgiving ever. In fact, they rolled that extra amount into my return this year. And between that cash and my stimulus check, I was able to buy a nice hot tub. Miners. Pretty self-explanatory. Bears. Anything natural gas in your home. Rattlesnakes and condoms. Someone's never used a rattlesnake as a condom. According to a doc on Netflix. Cats. Canadian geese. Just never ever act intimidated and try to keep distance from nests and you're fine. I used to get hissed and flapped at on the regular. Just stand up tall and keep on walking like a badass. They sound menacing but they usually won't attack if you don't give them the upper hand. Curling into a ball and squealing as you retreat is the exact wrong approach. I also like to mock them if they get extra mouthy. You mad bro? You angry? Get the fossa outta here. They're not at all used to getting their attitude right back. Methylmercury. A single drop on your skin kills you. Slowly. Over the next 6 months it accumulates in your brain and gradually destroys your mind. By the end, you'll lose all motor coordination, memory, and logic. This sad fate happened once to a scientist back in the 90s. The worst part is that it dropped on her gloved hand. Because methylmercury goes right through gloves. A man with a perm. The trust of people you care and love. Once it's broken, it's really hard to get it back. Edit. Oh my lord. How did this one simple comment gain so much traction? The ocean. Heroin. People that handle your food. A well-kept marijuana plant in the middle of a forest. One plant is probably okay. But if there are signs of irrigation or cultivation ktfo. Electricity. Honey badgers. A meat grinder. Had a guy almost lose his arm in the meat department I worked at for a couple years. Our grinders were medium commercial units used for making fresh grind at a grocery store. They have an interlock switch on the lid so when it's open they shut off. But they still have to spin down. It got about a revolution on the mixing blades after the door was opened when near empty. Our extremely smart Dumbus was running a batch and near the end some bits get stuck in the corners and you have to scrape them out. No big deal, shut down the machine. Wait for it stop. Open the lid. And clean the corners. He instead decided to just pop the lid open and attempt to reach in and dodge the mixing arms. His hand got caught between the hopper and the mixing arm and he was pulled in until the machine stopped. He was 3 inches from losing the arm because the other blade on the arm was coming down. Managed to just deglove his hand. The local ER was able to stitch him up pretty good. Garage door springs. Me. Please. I've had such a year as is. Wu-Tang Clan. Edit. Thanks everybody for the love. Gym. You don't mess around with gym. No one should mess with piano strings. A Sicilian when death is on the line. Drug cartels. Never FCK with trust. Meth. Even if you survive a meth addiction your brain is both mosh and dopamine deficient. ELECTRICITY. It's surprising so many people neglect basic safety precautions, mostly cause our modern lives have made us so used to be around electric current. One mistake can be massively harmful. You can literally burn your house down or even die with just one small mistake. John Wick dog. Hippos. Australian summer. Do not go outside at midday in Australian summer unless you enjoy heat stroke and possible death. Waiters, waitresses or anyone who handles your food. Alligators and crocodiles. Someone with combat training. Just in general. But combat sports in particular. A boxer could give you severe brain damage in less time than it takes to snap your fingers twice. Same with wrestlers. Muay Thai practitioners. Taekwondo practitioners. Basically any bare-handed combat sport practitioner. And unless you yourself are trained, you are FK'd. Some of these martial arts could easily be used to kill. A spinning kick to the temple could kill. A punch to the throat can kill. A particularly vicious takedown on concrete could kill. And that's not even bringing up weapons. Rattlesnake. There are 3 things you don't FCK with when it comes to people. Their sleep. Their food. Their money. FCK with any one of those and the reaction will always be an overreaction. Azula of the Fire Nation. If you see a ring of quaint, cute looking mushrooms in a forest clearing like something out of fairy tale, treat it with the same caution you would a nuclear F-king hazard. Superstitious or not. Wild animals. No matter how cute they are. Even if they approach you. The saying don't mess with the quiet kid at school seems to apply here. The one that's constantly being picked on and bullied. There may come a time when that person's gonna have enough and inevitably snap one day, and sometimes in the worst way. You just can't keep f***ing with people and expect nothing to happen. Same could be said for adults in the workforce. Don't FCK with electricity. You can't smell it, see it, but it can be made visible. Taste it, hear it. But if you touch it, it will more than likely be the last thing you touch. Besides Wu-Tang, I'd say electricity is the most dangerous thing on earth. I was installing a TV antenna on the 23rd of October 2011. The antenna pole broke and landed on the 3-phase overhead power line. I was holding the antenna. Caused 3rd-degree burns on my hands, feet and hips. My left big toe had to be removed. 49 weeks in the Birmingham, Alabama burn unit. 12 surgeries later. I can tell you. Don't FCK with electricity. Out consent. Ouija board. Cotton mouths. Period. All the southeastern US people know what I'm talking about. Any of the people between you and your paycheck. People who handle your food. Electricity. Garage door springs. Mother Nature. Mother-in-laws. People in general. You don't know where they've been or what they know. And lots of people are more badass than they look. That 5 feet 5 140 pounds man that rarely speaks could know Muay Thai. The pudgy short dude in your class could be easily benching 405 for reps. The liver-spotted senior citizen with a glass eye could be a hardened Vietnam veteran with 30 plus confirmed kills. People should be given their due respect and not trifled with. You don't FCK with the Jesus. Your freedom. By doing a crime. Your spouse. As you are in a partnership for life. The police. Lodge a complaint later. Your health. Your youthful health can only carry you so far. Drugs. Some are life destroying. Money. Doesn't make you happier but makes life easier. Bulls in general, because those FKs can FCK your shitty up. Garage door springs.